when I started getting a lot of success with this after 2, 3, 4 solid years of putting in the work in this
Yeah.
area, then my friends starting to ask me for advice. They saw that I was getting results. Like we would go to nightclubs and I was the one pulling some of the hottest girls while they were watching. They weren't really taking action. Approaching, and they saw the contrast between what I was doing and what they were doing.
Yeah.
And so they were, and after a few times of that, they started asking me for advice. The main thing is that's when I started teaching. And I was also aware that by teaching, you learn even more. So I always wanted to give back. Like whatever I learn, I wanted to teach it back. I think I always had that innate instinct to want to teach what I learn. I think it's always been something I
Yeah.
like to do. Even back in high school, I can remember whenever I learned, like, for example, in high school, we were talking with my friends, like, okay, which shoes should we buy? Which a lot of times I was the teacher of my friends, like telling them like, hey, look, these guys, they're successful, they're getting girls, you should do this, you should buy that, you should do this.
Yeah.
And I was the one like kind of teaching them like what cool things to do a lot of times. But I got taught by other guys too. So I had my mentors and I always wanted to give back and teach it to others. Like and that was the same for any area. Whatever I learned, I like to give back and teach it.
I love the point that you made there about you learn best through teaching. I think that's a really good, powerful point that you just made really well there.